Greetings everyone, House here. Hope you're having a wonderful end of the year holiday time. I'm actually recording this voiceover from a closet at my family's house, so hopefully it sounds okay. We've got some great gameplay for you here today with our old pal Nubbins, the Hitchhiker. Let's go ahead and take a look at the build real quick here. We are using wireframe just so we move through cracks a little bit faster, helps with chase. Fired up so that when we take a break from using our stamina, it recovers faster. This includes when we go through cracks or crawl spaces, so this works perfectly with wireframe. You recover a ton of stamina. And then Vial-Ent just increases our damage, increases it while we are holding a full blood vial. When I play Hitchhiker, I don't tend to deliver blood to Grandpa. I'm not the Grubhub delivery, the Postmates, the DoorDash guy. So I like to utilize this perk just so I can get a little bit of extra damage once I get those hits in. This combination I found really leads to an aggressive gameplay style that makes it very difficult for victims to survive. This was some really fun gameplay here, so I don't want to take up too much more of your time. So without further ado, let's go ahead and tune into that gameplay. Here we are with our good old boy Nubbins, Hitchhiker here at Nancy's house. Hope you guys are all having an okay day. It's a pretty good one over here. About to head off for holiday break. This will probably come out sometime during holiday break, so I'll be off with my family. Hopefully you guys are able to have some fun, whatever you end up doing, whether that's with family or hanging out on your own. I've done pretty much everything throughout the years, so as long as you're taking some time for yourself, that's the big thing, I think. We're still getting used to Nancy's house, and I'm not the best with Hitchhiker, but I've been enjoying this build recently. Endless chase Hitchhiker build, constant pressure. The idea is to put your traps into some useful areas, and then you want to apply some pressure with Hitchhiker. Especially with the recent change so that Leatherface is not needed to start the game. What I have noticed is that oftentimes you'll have one of two scenarios. Either the victims in the basement will instantly make a ton of noise because they don't care. Speak of the devil, right? Or they'll take their time gathering stuff before they do that. But key thing that I have noticed is very important is once the doors are open or once they have made noise and you can go down into the basement, applying that pressure is so crucial. Now, I'm going to throw a trap on this side here just because I know this is a pretty popular exit out of the basement. Looks like Sissy's already down there, so she's already applying some pressure. I just want to make sure everything's okay up here. Might as well latch this. That way, if we're in chase with one of the victims as they're coming out of the basement, that may delay them a little bit. They'd have to unhitch that before they could run outside. So you never know when that could come in handy. I am terrible on this map, but I did find where the fuse box is. That's going to be key too. Pretty much every game you play with Hitchhiker, you always want to put one trap on the fuse box. No matter what. You can have some, a little bit of freedom with the other two traps I've found, but the key thing is that trap on the fuse box, because as much as you can delay that, that's going to be important. So we're going to head down into the basement now, see if we can apply some pressure, see if we can catch any victims out. And with this build, my goal is I'm going to stick on them like glue. I'm going to be like flies on shit with them. And hopefully, as long as they don't go over one of the tables, hey, how you doing, Leland? We're going to be able to chase them with that wireframe. We're going to be able to keep up with them. And our stamina is going to recover fully every time we go through one of these spaces, since it recovers faster once it's low. So we're already right back on him. It's going to go on through. We're going to follow him through. We're going to keep that pressure on non-stop. Oh, man. Sissy got her, so we're going to keep on Leland. He got unlucky there, man. Had to use the shoulder charge to keep us off of him. But that's okay. We know where he went. We're going to keep going. We're going to keep applying that pressure. As much pressure as we can. And we're just going to see if we can catch up with him. He's right over there. He actually fell on the ground. I missed it, the opportunity to execute him. But that's okay. We're going to keep going. Keep applying that pressure. Get a couple hits, and now I want to watch my stamina. Look how quickly it recovers. This combination of perks, especially once I top off my blood vial, getting that extra damage from Vial-Ent, It is brutal. He has to stop to try and heal up because he's so low just from that constant pressure. No such luck, though. We are able to take him down. This is what it's about. Keeping that pressure up. Keep applying that. And just try to do as much damage as you can. The big thing is, if they are in a chase with you, they have to keep moving. They don't have time to go for objectives. They don't have time to try and get fuses or anything like that. They have to try and lose you. So that takes up a ton of time. I always say that I look at Texas Chainsaw Massacre game as a game of resources. This is what I mean. You can use this to kind of waste time. My trap is still here, but I don't think anybody else is in the basement. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick that up. But it's a game of resources. Time is the biggest resource in this game. The more you can distract people, the better. Now we're in a scenario where we only have 2 victims left. 3 family members, so we have the upper hand for sure. See if we can catch anybody kind of lurking around.
Hello there.
There we are. How you doing, bud? And he's gonna run back downstairs. Did not close the door on me, which I expected. We're gonna follow right through here with wireframe. Once we get that leveled up, we're gonna go through these cracks even faster, so it's gonna be even harder for the victims to escape from us. He is... There he is. Let's keep going. He's going to go over the table. That's okay. We can't follow him. It's one of the few obstacles. What I'm going to do is double around like I'm going back for him. And look at this. He's coming right back over. But Hitchhiker's screaming, and I kind of jumped the gun a little bit there. I goofed that up, I think, a little bit. I think that he heard Hitchhiker's voice line, but it's entirely possible he didn't. He's not going to fall for the same thing twice, unfortunately. So I think I moved a little bit too early. Unlucky, but you know what? We're going to keep that pressure up. It looks like they are at the gate already upstairs, so that's not ideal. Exterior alarms is definitely important. We know Danny is down here in the basement somewhere, so we can kind of head back upstairs, move around, see if we can find anybody. Oh, they are over by Grandpa already, so let's head back up the ladder here. Sounds like Cook and Sissy have found him over here. There he goes. He's heading up there. He fell off. Sissy, are you going to get him? She's climbing the ladder. Whoops. Okay, well, I'm sorry, Sissy, but I'm going to take the execute from you. It's unfortunate that you accidentally hit the button too close to the ladder and went up, but I didn't want him to stand back up. So we got 2. And yeah, I was going to say, I know she's close to the gate out here, so we were going to try and wrap around, see if we could apply some pressure before she got out, but that's okay. Bubba's going to break it down for us, even though he called off sick today. He did not show up to work. He got lost on the way to Nancy's house, maybe. Not too bad. Like I said, I'm not the best Hitchhiker player in the world. I'm definitely still getting used to Nancy's house, but with wireframe fired up, Vial-Ent, those are our 3 perks there. Good combination for just applying pressure, just being an absolute pain in the ass for the victims. That's the gameplay for today. I'm going to head off to vacation pretty much immediately, so I'm probably going to be editing this at my family's house. I hope you guys have a good end of the year. Happy holidays. Thank you all so much for taking the time to spend that with me. I really appreciate it. If you did enjoy it, feel free to like it and subscribe it if you have not already. But with that said, I hope you have a good rest of your day, a good night, and good luck.